Like, okay, like, this post in and on itself, right? I understand, right? But the whole CGI thing, right? Like, I just frankly just don't... does anyone care? Chat, do you guys really care about the CGI shit? Like they use so much CGI in their videos. Do you guys really care? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I generally just don't care. You know? Yeah, it's just for me. I just feel like they just use it for like to like make it more dramatic, you know, for the videos. Like I just frankly I don't know, I just frankly don't care, you know? It's interesting how you didn't mention altering the timers of the contestants' dialogues in post. Yeah, because like literally this part right here, this is stupid, right? Because like he says, "Oh, it's kind of interesting how you don't mention the alternating timers and everything." Only when he is trying to build cred with kids to do the lotteries is kind of suspicious. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The thing that's the most constantly that's like the biggest one is the t-shirt thing, right? The illegal giveaways or so of his t-shirt, the whole weird lottery whatever shit like that, you know? His kid or his audience. So you're telling me, so you know what? I really want to see MrBeast actually show his analytics and show me like his age range or so between like, okay, this is how many, you know, between 12 and 17 years old are watching the videos, you know? Because you can see, you can show those analytics to people or so, and you can actually show like what age range watches your videos. I kind of want to see it. I just want to see what is MrBeast analytic for that specifically, right? To be honest, this right here, this specifically, right, when they said, you know, the time alter change thing, right, which was what, this video right here, right? You see here, that's 4 minutes and 3 seconds and then 39 seconds right here. I completely, like, throughout the entire video, there's literally different scenes. There's different scenes literally played at different, like, in different time frames throughout the video itself when you go back and take a look at it, right? And this up here always shows the right timer of what's actually happening in real time compared to what's happening here, you know? There's a reason why doctors tell parents to avoid the internet for the first year or so, to avoid super brain rot. Yeah, because this specifically here, right? He's using this argument, right? That like all of the scenes, like all of these, right, are like this right here is like, this is post edited or so. This is not the right time for this time, right? It's because this specific scene in and on itself, right? So if we go back, right? There's 58 seconds, right? So this is at the end, right? This is the end, right?
Himself, which means while they're deciding if they want to step out of their queue.
So all of these here, right?
Secure this challenge's prize money for himself, which means while they're deciding,
this is different. These are different scenes. They're not the same scene. They're not. It's not happening right now. These are basically different scenes.
if they want to step out of their cubes, I want to tell you guys about Top Troops. Top Troops is a free-to-play mobile game.
Please. Oh, I'm walking out.
And then you have this guy, right? So there's 60 seconds right here, right? 60 seconds right here. So this is basically at the end of this challenge, right?
There's no way he pulls this off. There's no way.
There's something still one person. He's literally gonna win the same amount of money as the.
But so this is at the end, right? He was waiting here for 4 minutes. He's been waiting out here for 4 minutes for the countdown timer.
Grand prize.
Someone can leave with this.
And you see right here in the corner, right? This is 52 seconds, right? So this is at the end, right? This is at the very end.
He's literally gonna win the same amount of money as
See 50 right here, 49 and 49, right? This is 49 seconds here, right?
Grand prize.
Someone can leave with this money right now. And if you do decide to leave, you must remain
So the audio that's playing right now specifically is Jimmy talking on the microphone, right?
silent.
Nobody's gotten out on his side. As of right now, 42.
So now it's at 4:02, right? It's 4:02 here, and then there's 38 seconds here, right? You know, it's a different scene. This is like you know, this is just a different scene earlier in the challenge, while this is showing the actual in-game, like what's actually really happening.
He's gonna walk away with $250,000. $1 million.
50's hanging tight.
Like a rock. 2 years ago.
Wait, MrBeast editor, you're caught, bruh. I got you. He walked out at 4 minutes, but you put 38 seconds.
Walk away with $250 million.
50's hanging tight.
Like a rock.
Casey, you sticking?
Casey's staying.
All right, bud. 3.
See, look, see. Now look at this.
Casey, you sticking?
Casey's staying.
All right, bud.
5-5, right? Now this is the scene. Now this is the scene right after, right?
3, 2. Step out now or forever hold your peace. 1. Time is up. Let's see if someone just won $250,000. Guards, drop the curtains.
Suicide mission.
If you look around, you'll see that 42 was the only one to step out. Until 2 seconds remained, and someone all the way over there stepped out at the.
Yeah, there you go. See, so like, it's not really that big of a deal, to be honest. So this specific part, are like, they just only did it for like, for dramatic and suspenseful shit, you know. There was probably some dead zones. There was probably some dead parts between the video, in between the video or so. So they had to, like, you know, make it a little bit more entertaining or so, you know. So not only were the results of the videos completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers. This we don't know for a fact, you know. So even though he's showing like a few people or so from the office coming into, you know, the challenges or so, you know, only a few, you know, only a few, not all of them, you know. So who knows? Maybe he did give out money to actual people. Who knows? We don't fucking know at the end of the day, right? Like, the dude knows the fucking mayor of his own freaking town, for God's sakes. Let's see. You acknowledge that the contestants were not random subscribers, but refused to acknowledge in clear rigging, which can be seen multiple times on camera. Please watch the upper echelon video analyzing case law regarding this rigging. Also, I've now heard from people on the boys team that they were fed much later than the girls, that the production was clearly favoring the boys. Of course he knows. What mayor is not going to see the richest person in their city? Upper echelon's video also goes into alleged illegal lotteries, which he describes as seemingly completely indefensible. You conveniently forgot to address those as well. Now hide my reply because you're guilty. My guy is kicking off because of a $1 island actually cost 28 because he paid 27 in tax. Just drop the shrooms and get a job, mate. What is this? Is this your video that you did?
All right, today I want to talk about a situation.
Oh yeah, this part, yeah. This is just part of the that's just the part we already seen this one already. Is it not concerning that after 5 days they have only been debunking 9 claims out of the hundreds? Hello, thank you for the follow. The hundreds I've made in my video, addressing only the weakest claims, and even when they do, they still get debunked by their own sources. Drop your job and get your shrooms, mate. At least they have sources. Trust me, bro. Okay, sure. 90-day free trial subscription. No lie, this makes you look like makes you look petty and desperate. I didn't watch your video, but you had more credibility from me before you posting this response. Not gonna lie, if you actually care about some of these, get a job. Bro crashing out over $27. Twitter, you should try not to blindly ride Jimmy's Jimmy's Jimmy 247. Go get a job. A lot of people are fucking like. There's a lot of inconsistency that when watching live you don't notice, but you brought up a lot of the details now that can't be ignored when watching. The most damning information was the fake signature of MrBeast and the gambling shield to children. I would say is bad. I first doubt that this video, since this of course came from the Chris situation, but many proofs have been provided and take this seriously. Solid video. Also, I've now heard from the people from the boys team that they're fed up. Was production favoriting the boys or the girls? Girls, typo. But I can't edit tweets. Replies. Oops. You did a good job. Holy attention seekers. If you have all proof, of course, be witnesses. I'm not sure. Why not sue MrBeast, his company, with all the witnesses? Prove it on court. I'm confused. You were or were not fired on the exact dates Chucky listed, because if you're gonna claim he's not rebutting all your claims, your dodge of him saying why you were fired, the fact that you worked there 1 month is laughable. No, he didn't work there for 1 month. He had a 90-day trial or so specifically. Yeah, but you were also trying to learn or so. This guy also gave out like video ideas, specifically like trying to allure kids and everything like that to watch the video and whatnot, because of if you saw like his super in-depth video on like how to bring views and shit like that, man. This man literally talks about the fucking like aerodynamic of fucking air, dude. Like, what the fuck? I was just like, what does fucking air have to do with? Oh my god, dude, I sort of bro, man, if I had to talk like that, if I had to like think and talk like that for making YouTube videos or so, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, to be honest. I'll be straight up honest with you. I would fucking lose my mind. I'd be like, yes, the dynamic air or so of the fucking air or so definitely tells you of like how to definitely. I guess that was his job for MrBeast and did a face turn. I don't know, to be honest. Like I said, I don't really like believe like these people most of the time. Remember that, like, here, watch. Listen to this part. Look at.
Rather spend more time thinking and trying to build from first principles. So how do you identify success and iterate towards it? In an ideal world, you would have just one metric to optimize for. In this example, it was wind resistance. You can make small tweaks, see how they affect the metric in real time, and make.
Bro, he talks about wind resistance. Until
you achieve an optimal system. Iteration and feedback, which are the two fundamental steps in any evolutionary loop. A system can evolve faster in two ways. One is by accelerating the iteration loop itself. For example, brine shrimp can evolve faster than blue whales because they have shorter generations and they produce more offspring. Or two, by gaining understanding into the relationship between the iteration and the feedback, which is uniquely human and insanely overpowered. So let's say you have 100 units of matter and you have to place them on this grid with the goal of reducing horizontal wind resistance as much as possible. You can imagine that by testing every single possible.
This is pitching an idea to MrBeast. What the fuck am I watching?
Iteration, you would eventually arrive at the optimal solution, but that would take a super long time, obviously. But you could cut down the time significantly by better understanding the problem. For example, understanding that you want to reduce surface area, or understanding that the solution will be horizontally symmetrical. And if you go further and you can steal like an artist and find a similar solution that exists as a component of another system, you can arrive at the optimal solution incredibly fast. But obviously, if you make false assumptions, it can take longer or be impossible to find the optimal solution. So the more you understand, the faster you can improve, which is obvious.
Bro, if I ever get one person pitching me ideas and they're talking to me about wind resistance, I'm about to be like, I'm about to get up and walk away and be like, please don't talk to me about this shit. Dude, this is, oh my fucking god, dude. This is like the most craziest, nerdiest shit I've ever heard in my entire life just to pitch an idea.
But hopefully this demonstration shows just how powerful knowledge is. So what is feedback on YouTube? There are obvious metrics like click.
Yeah, knowledge is very powerful, but for the love of God, you're making a fucking YouTube video. You're not making fucking rocket science here.
Click-through rate and retention, so we can look at those. So this example, just looking at the data, which of these two thumbnails is better? It's a trick question because in this one, Jimmy has his willy out. So, this demonstrates the issue with measuring success using short-term metrics like click-through rate. Well, it looks good short-term, might be
well, it is education, which will drive in kids watching.
Terrible long-term and vice versa. So personally, this is what I consider to be ideal packaging for a YouTube video. It's not visually optimized, but you see it and you know exactly what the video is about. The only reason someone would click on this video is if they want to see a horse kick a tree, fart on dogs, then run away. You don't miss out on viewers by under-promising, but you also don't frustrate viewers by over-promising. You match expectations exactly. A lot of YouTubers and media entities in general fall into this trap of trading their long-term reputations for short-term success. You used to see it a lot with clickbait, so optimizing CTR doesn't always work, but let's look at retention. Of these charts, which is better? Well, to the algorithm, the top may look better and it may get promoted more. It has a higher average view duration, meaning a lot of viewers are sticking around until the end.
Dude, my brain is fucking like, I'm like literally like, what the fuck is this, dude? I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. This is like the most, like, come on, man. Like, bro, like the man is talking about wind resistance. It's fucking, oh my fucking, dude, I'm losing my fucking mind with this shit, to be honest. This is the most wildest shit I've ever heard in my entire life, to be honest.
And this is true, but let's add some context here. And this is where I will attempt to criticize a MrBeast video. Keep in mind that this is just my opinion, I could be wrong. When you hear this description, what are your expectations?
This is a $250 million private island. Literally anything you could ever want is on this private island.
You may imagine a biblically accurate heavenly oasis based on what was described, but what if I told you this was the actual island? Maybe not as cool as you expected, but it has a giant solid gold roller coaster, Ferris wheel, a city, and even a circus tent. Well, that's not the real island either. This is basically just a water park. Did it meet your expectations? I would call this watch baiting. Similar to clickbait, it's a way of using deception to exploit flaws in the YouTube algorithm. Unlike clickbait, where expectations are typically broken early in the video leading to lower retention, with watch bait, it's only clear to the viewer that they aren't getting what was advertised by the time they're already at the end of the video, where retention drop-off is much less impactful to video performance. The YouTube algorithm is trying to optimize for viewer satisfaction, but that is an extremely difficult thing to accurately measure, so it has flaws like this. You can't say, watch until the end, it's so insane, in every intro, description, and pinned comment. You become the boy who cried watch, and it has diminishing positive returns as people realize these pleas are meaningless. Now, there are arguments in favor of deceiving the viewer into a more enjoyable experience. With food, for example, this makes your mouth water, and when you get this, you're too busy focusing on the taste to really care about the discrepancy in appearance. And placebos also work. I understand the nuance. My point is just that you have to optimize for long-term success, which means you can't rely on these short-term metrics or rapid feedback loops. I want to introduce one more quick concept before I move on to my ideas. Let's look back at this video system and components. Now, this diagram is obviously—
This was 5 months ago.
But one of the things I left out is the concept of unknown or uncontrolled components that affect a system, like an unscripted reaction. Naturally, as an optimizing system runs out of controlled components to improve, it seeks to control more components so it can improve them. This is how every system in the universe grows. So imagine if in the wind resistance example, you only controlled 80 units of matter and the other 20 randomized. After you optimized the components that you controlled, the only way to optimize further would be to gain control.
Okay, I'm not gonna continue anymore. It's very informative, but for the love of poop sakes, man. If I had to think this way in order for me to make a YouTube video all the damn time or so, like the quality of MrBeast, right? I would fucking lose my mind, to be honest. What time frame did he work for MrBeast again? He started in March. He started in March, and then he ended in, let me see. He ended in April 19th. So he started in March 25th and April 19th. That video, this video that he just did right now specifically, right? That we just saw right now, right? Is in February. Yes, of this year. Yes, of this year. He only worked there for 90 days because he was doing a trial. He was doing a trial basically for 90 days to see if he'll be good for the team or not, basically. So that's basically is what it was. And then apparently he found out that working with MrBeast or so, he's like, wow, this company is so corrupt or so. They're trying to manipulate kids, or they're trying to basically, grab, it's just all the psychological, it's just a lot of the psychological shit, And then he just wanted to make good videos or so for not brain rotting the kids or something like that. You can literally look at his post or so, like it's literally all in his post. Specifically talking about it, so because I managed to find this guy's this one, because he has 2 Reddit accounts. This guy has 2 Reddit accounts specifically for some apparent reason. So he has that 5 head guy. This is one of his Reddit accounts right here, and then the other Reddit account is MrBeast Creative. So I was working a bit with them in February, trial period in March. Okay, so it says right here. This is what it says. So he was working in February, the trial period in March, and then 90-day contract from April 1st to end of June. Okay, so he was working only a little bit in February, which confirms that this video right here that he's pitching ideas, because this was 5 months ago. That means that was in February. This was in February specifically, right? The trial period in March. So he started the trial. So the trial period in March, and then 90-day contract from April 1st to the end of June. So he had a trial period. So he had a trial period in March. And then he was going to get a 90-day contract from April 1st. This guy didn't even last. He didn't even last 3 months for his fucking contract. He was only doing a trial period. Man, dude, that's crazy, to be honest. He didn't even get the contract. Well, he technically did, but he fucking, like, it only started in March 1st. And it says right here that he was let go on April 19th of 2024. This man didn't even, man, bro, this guy only lasted like 18 days on that contract. That was it. What the fuck, dude? What the hell did you do? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm taking this guy as a grain of salt, to be honest. I'm taking this guy as a grain of salt. I'll be honest with you. Just because he was calling out this shot specifically, right? With the whole like, oh look, he has like fucking oh, you know, there's like 3 minutes behind the timer, so look, 4 minutes right there, you know. 38. This is the actual time that's happening right now while he's speaking on the microphone. While this specific shot, right, it was taken earlier. So he's been waiting out here for 5 minutes. Oh yeah, the lottery stuff and all the other stuff, like specifically like the shirt, right? The signing of the shirt and all that other shit, right? During that live stream. That's completely bad. Like that's 100% completely bad, right? But like But like all of this stuff, right? All of this, the fucking island, you know, the fucking dude is talking about a fucking island or so for like $1 island. No one gives, no one cares, bro. Like, no one gives a fuck. Okay, all right. It's not that serious. Okay. Also, the CGI shit is not that crazy. Also, there's also raccoons that are literally domesticated. You know that there are domesticated raccoons. If you know, if you didn't know, you know. So yeah. Good lord, dude. Hey, King. Like, the other stuff, I don't care. He sounds like a youngster generation that grew up on YouTube and got mind rotted. Yeah, it's just like, I don't really care. Like, to be honest, like, have you played Kingdom Hearts yet? No, because, like, I was going through the whole entire Mr. Look, King, I need to show you something. King. I care about the raccoon. It's animal labor abuse. Okay. King, I need you to listen to this. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay, watch. I'm gonna pull this. Watch. I'm gonna pull back on this video. This is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So this guy worked for MrBeast, right? He was giving creative ideas, right? See, so pitching ideas until something happens, day number 10, right? So he's pitching ideas to MrBeast, right? Because he's like, so if you don't know, right, this is in February, right? This video was posted in February, right? So it says right here, I was working a bit with them in February, trial periods in March, and then a 90-day contract from April 1st to the end of June. Right? Okay. So that's 3 months. That's basically 3 months that he would be in contract with MrBeast, right? But like the dude, right? This guy, right? This dude literally got fired, or yeah, he got fired basically on fucking April 19th of 2024. Like the bro didn't even get like not even like what 18 days into the contract and he got let go. Like he got fired. I assume he just got fired. Like, how the fuck did you, what did you do? Like, what did you do specifically for that? For you to lose the contract? So, listen to this, King. I need you to listen to this. I need you to fucking, tell me, if I had to make YouTube videos like this, I think I would lose my fucking mind. 18 days in a 90-day trial. Yep, pretty much. Listen to this.
Is play. You literally play a video. The logo is a play button. So I've studied play a lot. Carl Groos, an early play theorist, wrote 2 books, The Play of Animals and The Play of Man, on the evolutionary purpose of play and what types of play humans naturally enjoy.
Smoking shrooms.
A while ago, I had an interview with someone on the Beast team. They asked me to come up with variations.
Probably. That's probably how he lost his job. He was probably smoking shrooms.
On the would you do blank for money format. One way I would build from analogy would be to change the type of play component and come up with ideas that way. But I think ChatGPT could come up with like 1,000 of those ideas a minute. I mean, I would rather spend more time thinking and trying to build from first principles. So how do you identify success and iterate towards it? In an ideal world, you would have just one metric to optimize for. In this example, it was wind resistance. You can make small tweaks, see how they affect the metric in real time, and make it.
He's talking about wind resistance. I wouldn't be amazed if MrBeast was doing shrooms too. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if the entire like board meeting they just like fucking crack a pipe or so and smoke some fucking shrooms, bro, to get some fucking video ideas. Oh my god, dude. I would not be surprised. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I would not be fucking surprised. You know, there's like they have like a big old board meeting and then just fucking bring a bag of shrooms and some weed and shit and then just started smoking it in there and then they just started making some fucking ideas or so.
Adjustments until you achieve an optimal system. Iteration and feedback, which are the 2 fundamental.
Dude, this is for an idea for this is look pitching ideas.
Today, we're gonna be begging for a job in the MrBeast subreddit. Today, I wanted to do a video showing my process of coming up with ideas. This is sort of to show the MrBeast team how I operate, but also I think this could be a good resource for other people trying to do YouTube, which, by the way, someone from MrBeast did.
I don't know if I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I would use this video for a good resource to make YouTube videos. If I had to think like this in order for me to make YouTube videos, make thumbnails, and all this other shit, I would fucking lose my mind. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would generally lose my fucking mind.
Did DM me, and I did send him the $1,000, so something should be happening pretty soon. I'm going to talk broadly about how I approach problems, systems framework, thinking from first principles, feedback and iteration, and just how these concepts apply to YouTube.
Well, I get it. He kept trying to do stuff to get educational, but MrBeast thought it wouldn't generate revenue and told him to fuck off.
You've been coming up with ideas.
What? And I say this with the utmost respect. The frick are we watching?
For me, when I'm tasked with solving a problem, I spend more time breaking down the problem than I do actually trying to solve it. So I view the universe as a hierarchy of systems. Quarks make up atoms, which make up molecules, DNA, organelles, cells.
Did he make like another one pitching ideas the final day? Is there like another video, or was this the only video that he made or so specifically on this? Yeah, that's like literally the only video that he made or so. All these other posts that got removed.
Organisms, organizations, and so on. The universe sorts itself into these higher complexity systems over time, like a self-solving puzzle. And this evolution process exists everywhere, not just in nature. Animals evolve, cars evolve, YouTube videos evolve, all according to survival of the fittest. Anyway, the same way an organism or a car is made up of smaller components, so is a YouTube video. And since there's no lexicon for the anatomy of a video, I'll just refer to all subsystems as components to keep it simple. So every video exists as a hierarchy of components.
I'm not gonna lie, his editing skills is good. How about hire him to do your editing? No, thank you. I'm okay. No. He doesn't. He's not an editor. He's like a consultant or so, right? He gives ideas and stuff like that, right? That's what he does. You know, he pitches ideas for a video. I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna record wherever the fuck I want to record. Whatever I feel like recording, that's basically is what I want to upload.
That evolved to have better environmental fitness. For example, a thumbnail evolving to have better CTR or AVD. Now with content, if you try to follow any of these hierarchical threads down to their lowest fundamental truths, you'll usually end up at studies on viewer psychology, the limbic system, or human evolution.
Dude, I gotta learn about psychology or so. Man, dude, fucking, oh my god, dude. I just want to upload videos, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just want to upload videos. I don't want to learn no fucking psychology, some fucking brain zapping fucking straps on my fucking head or something, you know, to learn the cognitive function of a human being or so.
Just like the innate human desires. So the environmental fitness of content seems to be how well it induces a state of satisfaction in the viewer, or content. Content is content.
And yeah. So, okay, so here's this.
Success, I do consider short-term metrics, but I prioritize viewer satisfaction and long-term reputation, which comes from being honest and trying to genuinely benefit humanity. Okay, so now let's look at a viral format and break it down. I'm sure you've seen these videos. They typically combine mental play in the form of trivia, usually, with some type of physical play.
Who the fuck looks at a video and thinks about like, yes, how's the psychology of this fucking video? How is everything done? How's this and done that? The psychological of how this of the use of the color green or so.
Where these types of play are sort of interwoven.
Bro, this man literally pops up a fucking color. Like this guy literally pops up a color sheet. Like he literally pulls up literally a color, like a color rainbow thing to show colors that show up in here.
Together, similar to like an A plot and B plot in traditional media. There's also a natural rise in tension over time. I also like the framing, how well the two people fit into the 16:9 aspect ratio.
You're right. You are correct. It is better than Ubisoft Consultant. I'll be honest with you. This guy is very fucking smart. I'll give him that, right? He's a very smart individual. But for the love of peeps sakes, if I had to think like this in order for me to make a make a YouTube video or something like that, I'd be, dude, I would actually generally lose my fucking mind. I would be burnt out so fast, to be honest, on making YouTube videos.
There are many components I would like to change or add. So the first frame and hook should be much more captivating. Typically with these videos, the climax isn't very rewarding, with one contestant just kind of giving up. No moment of like shock, prize, or celebration. Also, if you look at this channel, the challenges are often very similar and easy for other channels to replicate. Also, typically viral videos have some extreme element, whether it's something that's extremely impressive or advanced or satisfying or cute or funny or relatable or excessive or heartwarming.
This man is talking about TikTok shorts, guys. He's talking about TikTok shorts.
Viral content takes some innate human desire to the extreme. Also, I will add one component which doesn't usually improve viewer satisfaction but does improve its performance, which is replayability. This is because most short form content algorithms do incentivize higher average view duration even beyond 100%. Here essentially the physical challenge is this challenge from Survivor where a contestant has to hold a hand above their head to keep a bucket of water from tipping over, except in my short it's a clear bucket of chocolate sauce. The contestants are standing on clean white stairs and the mental challenge is trying to guess what sculpture is being made.
What the fuck am I even staring at? MrBeast shorts. Guess the chocolate sculpture. Idea. 2 contestants are standing on white stairs. Each is holding a weight that is tied to a clear bucket full of chocolate syrup above their head. They are trying to guess what sculpture is being made. Wrong guess, step down, forcing hand to stay higher until the syrup pours out.
Out of chocolate. The lower part of the frame is a video of this guy who's viral sculpting chocolate, sort of organically imitating split screen TikToks. For one of his sculptures, he melts down Feastables and makes a MrBeast sculpture, which also has an organic call to action to subscribe. Also, this short is so on the nose for a Feastable promo that I wouldn't even say the word Feastables. I wouldn't like overdo it and make the short seem like a commercial, and you kind of want Feastables to just be ubiquitous with chocolate. The exciting climax, obviously, is the chocolate sauce pouring out over one contestant while the other contestant celebrates. Maybe they win a prize or Feastables for life or whatever. So this next idea I had was for competitors to take turns trying to score on a basketball hoop that is just wider than the circumference of a basketball, so it's like a satisfying fit. It wasn't working with the 2-person vertical format, so I switched that component out with sort of the crowd at the top of the screen, goal at the bottom format instead. And then this next idea is similar, but instead of it primarily being a physical challenge, I wanted it to primarily be a mental challenge. So it's based on the viral gold bar challenge, but the glass box is designed like this. So you have
I'm just like, who the fuck, oh my god, dude, this is so fucking absurd. Man, what happened to just uploading fucking videos and just having fun, man? God fucking damn, dude, like, seriously. Oh my goodness gracious, man. You know what? I'm just gonna be like, you know, this is all I gotta say, you know. This man literally, that's what I still do. Yeah, I just fucking upload videos, man. It's just like, whatever the fuck I want to upload, I just fucking upload it at the end of the day. You know, because this guy, right? This is the individual, right? That's, you know, that's basically that this is happening right now. That he made the MrBeast video or so, exposing MrBeast, you know. But at the same time, right? All of these other people who used to work with MrBeast, right? They all said the same thing too. Because if I remember correctly, Sneeko also worked for MrBeast, and he was also calling MrBeast out. And then another person also tried to call MrBeast out. You know, that's the only thing, right? The only thing, like, I just kind of like have an eyebrow raising, right? Specifically, right? Is the weird lottery shit, right? The whole lottery crap is definitely a little bit weird, you know? Also, no one gives a fuck about the CGIs, okay? No one cares about the fucking raccoons, alright? No one cares about the goddamn fucking island, okay? Alright? It's not a big, huge deal, okay? Wow, you edited the guy to do a wink or so. Wow, that's so crazy. Yeah, okay, sure. Okay. All right, that's cool, man. The altering times, we already know this for a fact. The way how MrBeast does his editing specifically, right, is because, you know, it's just to build dramatic effects, suspense. It's basically just like TV. It's just like reality TV shows. It's basically how it's done, you know? This is just basically saying that, like, oh, there were just a few people that were just subscribers, but who knows, maybe, like I said, this one I'm just kind of like, you know, it could be 50-50, you know, this one's 50-50, right? You acknowledge that the contestants were not random subscribers, but refused to acknowledge that the clear rigging, which can be seen multiple times on camera. Please watch the upper echelon to analyze the case of the laws regarding of this rigging. I think for the video, right, specifically of echelon or so, is talking about the t-shirt, right? This is about the t-shirt specifically that we just watched or so from Asmongold, right? For this specific video right here. Also now I heard that people from the boys saying that they were fed much later than the girls, and the projections was clearly favoring the boys. How much of a difference was it that the boys were fed first compared to the girls? Was it like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5, 4, 5, 10? How many hours was the difference, you know? Not really much, you know, proof there. And it says right here, alleged illegal lotteries. So it's not even who knows if this is, you know, if you're throwing in the word alleged or so, that kind of has some kind of like, you know, it could be 50-50, you know, at the end of the day, right? Could be 50-50, right? Right. This is 50-50. This right here, you don't really tell me how many hours of the difference between, you know, that the boys ate first compared to the girls, you know? This one right here right here specifically is probably talking. I know that the echelon video was talking about the live stream or so from the shirts from the 40,000 shirt signature, unless there was like more or so, but that was like the main. That was like kind of like the main focal point that people were talking about specifically on that one. Let me see. The only results are scripted, but the contestants were not random. This can be 50-50 right here. This one right here, we already know about this one specifically. I wonder how the current MrBeast games are going. I've heard terrible shit from that. This TikTok thing, wink thing, I don't really care, to be honest, right? I personally don't care. The island that doesn't cost $1, it actually costs $28. Like I said, I don't really care. They just only did it for the video, so maybe you're probably the one who pitched the idea to him. Maybe, I don't know. Shit, man, you're talking about wind resistance over there, so you know, it wouldn't surprise me. The raccoon, it's not really much of a big deal. There are domesticated raccoons out there. The CGI, I don't give a fuck about the CGI, to be honest. Let's see. How many people do his employees know? Who was in the contestant of the Train versus Pit? How about Lambo versus Shredder? How did Ava's cousin Justin get into the Chocolate Factory video or Della's vlogs? Oh, I don't know, to be honest. They can probably tell you about that specifically, you know? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Good character assassination tip. You leave out the unpaid trial period and also my time working for Idea Guys, a company for which MrBeast is a client. The founder of Ideas Guys also, but the funny thing about it specifically, right? This specific part, you were sort of working with MrBeast in February, right? So let's see. So I was working a bit with them in February, the trial period in March, and then the 90-day contract, which is in April until June. So you started doing a trial period in March. So throughout March, right, this was your trial period. And then when April 1st began, it would be your contract to work with MrBeast or work with MrBeast in this whole entire thing. But the dude didn't even last. The dude didn't even last longer than 18 days. He got fired in 18 days afterwards. So, you know, that's like one of the things. That's like one of the things that's kind of like, you know, because look, see, April 19th is when he was let go. And he wasn't going to get the contract until April 1st, right? Because he was doing his trial period in March. So it's kind of like, But yeah. Like he's a smart dude, but I don't know, man. For me to fucking think like that specifically, right, on making YouTube videos, I would be so exhausted, to be honest. I'll be frankly honest with you. I'd be so exhausted. But yeah, that's pretty much just basically it. I just kind of wanted to talk about this whole weird, you know, weird dog pack or so about, you know, like I said, there's some things that are in here that he does have like valid points or so, right? Plus also the other videos specifically talking about the weird the lottery shit that they're doing or so for the shirts and all that stuff, you know. I've seen like parts of it, but I never saw the entire live stream itself. I saw it when it came out live or so. For 40,000 subscribers or something like that. I don't remember if it was something like that, but yeah, the problem is like that specific scene, he only showed like one part of the video where what's his face signed the t-shirt or so of MrBeast, right? And I would like to see if there was other instances if the guy was signing, you know, forging MrBeast's signature so on the shirt. I would definitely love to see more if it is. That is kind of a little bit like, you know, you're trying to buy MrBeast shirt, MrBeast shirt, right? And you're expecting that, you know, MrBeast signs it, you know, but there's probably other instances, but MrBeast scrubbed it. So yeah, that's the only problem is like I wish I would have seen it, to be honest, to see if, you know, if there was more, you know. Because it does make him look bad specifically that the video got taken, like, is taken down or so on Facebook, which makes him look really, really, really bad. Yeah, no. That's definitely makes him look very, very, very bad. Like I said, there's like a lot of like, there are some things that that are questionable, right? But then there's some other things that are kind of like, you know. That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. And even then, like, MrBeast was, like, analyzing, like, the analytics or so for YouTube and all this other shit, too, as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if he understood what Dogpack or so was talking about specifically on the, that whole video on Reddit or so, giving ideas or so to MrBeast. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. You know what? I'll just stick to my crappy thumbnails and my crappy videos at the end of the day. I'm just gonna stick with my shitty videos and my shitty thumbnails. I'm okay, you know. I don't care if I don't get the most views or so and the most clicks and whatnot for my videos specifically, right? I'm okay, you know what? I really don't want to talk about fucking wind resistance, okay? All right. That's definitely something I really don't care. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just something that's kind of like, okay, all right. Well, if I ever hear kids talk about MrBeast, it's a whistle for me to tell parents their kids is basically watching someone that wants to scam them. Yeah, but at the same time, right? Like the one person that he called out specifically in one of the videos or so, where a girl literally bought 5 t-shirts, right? But she didn't have the money to buy them, and she wanted to like get something from MrBeast in order to give her family Christmas gifts. I'm like, really? You decided to spend money that you didn't had on 5 MrBeast t-shirts so you can get something from him in order for you to get Christmas gifts for your family. But fortunately for me, the place I work at the kids are smart. Okay, smarter than the average kids, so I probably won't have to do it. Mr. Beast is preying on idiots with his scam lottery. No, 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 it's hope. That's what's happening. He's selling hope. That's why. Sounds like any other scummy personality. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it kind of you know what this kind of reminds me of? You know what this really kind of reminds me of specifically, right? Remember how like there's a lot of bit of view botting or so on Twitch itself, right? It kind of gives me like basically like fake it until you make it, basically, right? It's like that mentality, you know? Like I wouldn't be surprised if he like he faked it until he made it big, and then he started doing these like you know, like the stuff like curing blindness, curing deaf people, giving homeless people homes and all this stuff and all this other shit, right? Like it wouldn't surprise me if that's basically is what he did. You know, he kind of like faked it till he made it big, and then you know, and then decided to do, and then he really wanted to do like the charitable shit. So I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if that's how it is or so. But hey, man, he made it work somehow. So hey, Supo. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is probably the most craziest drama that we've ever like listened to or so, or watched. So much shit about this, right? And you know, it's kind of funny because like we talked away from Chris Tyson talking to kids inappropriately to canceling Mr. Beast because he fakes his videos and you know, the giveaway and then the lottery shit, you know? Oh, people are still doing that? Yeah. So I'm just kind of amazed how we just came from like fucking Chris Tyson, you know, a dude that's into lollies or so, you know, I don't really care about lolly, or he could be a lolicon or a lolly. I don't really care. So sounds like kids. The typical Twitter thing. I don't know, dude. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is probably the most wildest thing that we came from Chris Tyson, and then we're now we're going to like canceling Mr. Beast, basically. So yeah, like I said, it's crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Kind of like the most wildest thing in the world. But at the same time, right? Like one of the things or so specifically, right, for competition or so, for the riggings and stuff like that, right? There's probably like just like what Asmongold said, like there's probably a waiver, so that's not really like a competition. It's only for like, it's for YouTube and it's for entertainment purposes. I don't know. They probably have some kind of waiver or so specifically for them to be saved, right? And then whatever other shit specifically, I don't know. The Asmongold video was very more informative on some of these aspects, trying to basically like shoot down some of the bullet points, right? Giving Mr. Beast benefit of the doubt, you know. So that's basically what I was doing too as well. Because what's working adult is going to Twitch 24/7 unless you're a kid, yeah. Whereas only works unless the stuff you're doing is illegal. I don't know, to be honest. I'm talking about the competitions, right? Like the you know, the 100 girls and 100 boys kind of type of event, right? That specific competition, you know. Yeah, it's just about it. The only thing that I care about was the t-shirt shit, right? The weird shit, and then for some reason fucking Mr. Beast was holding lotteries or so for kids or something like that. That one was a little bit too crazy, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, this is probably not the end of the Mr. Beast cancellation shit. So I'm gonna be honest with you, we'll probably be seeing more. We're probably gonna be seeing more about this, you know. Hey, you know what? Maybe I'll learn to make a Mr. Beast thumbnail, you know. Maybe I'll learn. Maybe I'll listen to his maybe I'll listen to this guy's studies or so, and make a Mr. Beast thumbnail just for the video. Probably not, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, thank you. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can tell me, leave me a comment, you know, like and subscribe. You guys can tell me what you think about it specifically, where we're kind of basically dissecting or so the Mr. Beast kind of thing or so. You know, trying to line up pictures to see if maybe, you know, things are the same or not, you know. I don't know, to be honest. Like I said, all I care about was just the other shit. That's about it, you know. That's it. It's just the other crap that is what I cared about the most. So some of this stuff is kind of, and plus also him looking in the camera with pupils dilated or so like that didn't really help him out very well, to be honest. I get it, it's a joke, right? But it definitely did not help your case. It kind of made you, plus also talking about the cookie thing too as well. I'm just kind of like, really, dude? Really? Like, you had to like nitpick for the cookie thing? Subscribe and I'll give you a cookie? Man, dude, I ain't gonna, I guess he's trying to stretch that revenue, I guess, you know, so. Well, he has a lot of views on the fucking video at the end of the day. He's probably making bank now off of that video just because of it, so, but. Anyways, that's the end of the video. You know, peace.